Leviticus 16, the Day of Atonement. The Lord spoke to Moses. The death of the two sons of Aaron, when they drew near before the Lord and died. And the Lord said to Moses, "Tell Aaron, your brother, not to come at any time into the holy place inside the veil before the mercy seat that is on the ark, so he may not die. For I will appear in the cloud over the mercy seat. But in this way Aaron shall come into the holy place with a bull from the herd for a sin offering, and a ram for a burnt offering. He shall put on the holy linen coat, and shall have the linen undergarment on his body, and he shall tie the linen sash around his waist, and wear the linen turban. These are the holy garments. He shall bathe his body in water, and then put them on. He shall take from the congregation of the people of Israel 2 male goats for a sin offering, and 1 ram for a burnt offering. Aaron shall offer the bull as a sin offering for himself, and shall make atonement for himself and for his house. Then he shall take the 2 goats and set them before the Lord at the entrance of the tent of meeting. Aaron shall cast lots over the 2 goats, 1 lot for the Lord, and the other lot for Ezek. And Aaron shall present the goat on which the lot fell the Lord. And use it as a sin offering. But the goat on which the lot fell for Ezek shall be presented alive before the Lord to make atonement over it, that it may be sent away in the wilderness to Ezek. Ezek shall present the bull as a sin offering for himself, and shall make atonement for himself and his house. He shall kill the bull as a sin offering for himself, and shall take a censer full of cows of fire from the altar before the Lord, and 2 handfuls of sweet incense between small beaten small, and he shall bring it inside the veil. And then put incense on the fire before the Lord. The cloud of incense may cover the mercy seat that is over the testimony, so he does not die. And he shall take some of the blood of the bull and sprinkle it with his finger on the front of the mercy seat, and the east side, and the front of the mercy seat he shall sprinkle some blood with his finger 7 times. Verse 15. Then he shall kill the goat of the sin offering that is for the people, and bring its blood inside the veil, and do with its blood as he did with the blood of the bull, sprinkling it over the mercy seat and in front of the mercy seat. Thus he shall make atonement for the holy place because of the uncleanness of the people of Israel, because of the transgressions, all their sins. And he shall do it for the tent of meeting, which dwells with them in the midst of their uncleanliness. No one may be in the tent of meeting from the time he enters to make the atonement in the holy place until he comes out and has made the atonement for himself and for his house. And for the assembly of Israel. Then he shall go out to the altar that is before the Lord and make atonement for it, and shall take some of the blood of the bull and put the blood of the goat and put it on the horns of the altar all around, and he shall sprinkle some of the blood on it with his finger 7 times, and cleanse it, and consecrate it from the uncleanliness of the people of Israel. Verse 20. And when he made an end of atoning for the holy place and the tent of meeting and the altar, he shall present the live goat, and Aaron shall lay down his hands on the head of the live goat and confess over it all the inquiries of the people of Israel. All their transgressions all their sins, and he shall put them on the head of the goat and send it away into the wilderness by the hand of a man who is in readiness. The goat shall bear all their inquiries on itself to a remote area, and he shall let the goat go free in the wilderness. Verse 23. Then Aaron shall come into the tent of meeting, and shall take off the linen garments. Then he shall put on when he came into the holy place, and shall be leaving them there. And he shall bathe his body in water in the holy place, and put the garments, and come out and offer his burnt offering and the burnt offering of the people, and make atonement for himself and for the people. And the fat of the sin offering he shall burn on the altar, and who lets the goats go to Ezek shall wash his clothes and bathe his body in the water, and afterwards may come into the camp. And the bull for the sin offering, and the goat for the sin offering, whose blood was brought in to make atonement, in the holy place, shall be carried outside the camp. Their skin and their flesh and their dung shall be bumped up with fire. And he who burns them shall wash his clothes and bathe his body in water, and afterwards he may go into the camp. Verse 29. And it shall be a statute to you forever in the seventh month, on the 10th day. of the month you shall affect yourself, and shall do no work either. The native of the stranger who sojourns you shall be cleaned before the Lord. You shall affect yourselves and do no work either, the native or the stranger who sojourns among you. For on this day shall atonement be made for you, to cleanse you. You shall be cleaned before the Lord. From your sins. It is a Sabbath of Solomon. Rest to you, you shall afflict yourself. It is a statute forever. And the priest who anointed and consecrated as priest in your father's place shall make atonement wearing the whole linen garments. He shall make atonement for the holy sanctuary, and he shall make atonement for the tent of meeting and for the altar, and he shall make atonement for the priest and for all the people of the assembly. And this shall be a statute forever. For you, that atonement may be made for the people of Israel once in the year because of their sins, and Aaron's did as the Lord commanded Moses. Thank you for listening to this long chapter. God bless.